So I'm here with the Prime Minister of the Lawful Hawaiian Government, Henry Noa, and he's going to be telling us a little bit about the assembly that just happened now, which is the annual gathering of the Kingdom of Hawaii legislatures. So please, Prime Minister, can you tell us a little bit about what happened today and why it's important?
Aloha. Yeah, my name is Henry Noa, Prime Minister of the Reinstated Hawaiian Government. And I'm here on the Big Island in Kalapana at actually Uncle Robert Keli'iho Malu's hale. And this weekend we conducted our 40th Manukau Kanawai. And that's what we call in English our congressional session. And it was a great session that took place today. There were several issues that we had addressed, particularly relating to lands. And, you know, it was something that we've waited for a very long time for us to give approvals on, you know, making land claims here in Hawaii as far as our government endorsing it. And I could see the excitement, you know, that came out of the legislature. And it's been, you know, since March 13, 1999, when we first conducted our initial Manukau Kanawai. And we, from that point to now, we've been able to develop a whole body of law that we operate and function from. And it's been very critical to our process that we convene our body politics so that we can continue to revise or amend our laws, and of course to introduce new laws. So as we progress, we have these laws supporting the actions that we've been doing. So
this is very much a participatory process for Hawaii National. Can you explain why it's important for them to be a part of this participatory electoral process?
Personally, the reason why we elected to reinstate the former government was because our history shows that we were an independent sovereign nation, and we were recognized throughout the world from other independent nations, and as a status that today we still are in possession of. So when we reinstated that former government, what we basically did was incorporate international law application into our process so that we could step forward or begin the process where it left off. And a part of reinstating that government, we also realized that we're also inheriting, one, political authority, because we already have laws that have been passed that support us. We have treaties with other countries that once was active, okay? And of course, we have documents that can tie our government directly with our land system here in Hawaii. So there's a big advantage that we saw in reinstating our former government. And I try to share with everyone that there was only one government here in Hawaii prior to January 17, 1893. Okay? And the fact that that government was unlawfully removed from authority, but yet reserved by our own monarch, that international law plays a key role in assisting our pursuit as far as reclaiming our right as a sovereign, independent nation, and of course, a government functioning that independent nation. I believe that every Kanaka, is linked to this process based on who they are, okay? And of course, our past makes it very, very clear, yeah, that was, yeah, our government prior to that overthrow. So I find it really important for our Kanaka Maoli people to know that we have executed, we have begun the process, and like any other government, yeah, it's there, it's available to you as a Kanaka. And because our government in the past included foreigners and naturalized foreigners to our government, the process that we're involved with also has that opportunity. So I believe that we're in a position now to finally complete the necessary requirements to seek and demand support from other nations to recognize our existence as a government, and of course our right to govern in Hawaii, okay? And when we initiated the process, yeah, we had Kanakas that just came forward. They volunteered to serve in the offices, the former offices, and we took the time out to, yeah, change that and invoke or install an elections process. Okay, so since March 13, 1999, we've actually conducted elections in our government for the seats in Congress, the legislature, and of course the executive branch, the highest office in the executive branch, which is the Prime Minister's office. And this year happens to be the year of our election, okay? And we're hoping that, again, we go out and we encourage participation. We sign on our Kanaka Maolis to participate in the election. And I'm hoping that more and more of our Kanaka people realize that their destiny is really in their own hands, and that by participating in this election, yeah, you're actually supporting, yeah, your existence as a government in the future.
It was mentioned during the assembly that the milestone of 5,000 applicants for Hawaii national citizenship had been reached. So how many of those do you expect to participate in the electoral process, and may there be more between now and September when the elections happen?
Yes, you know, our past elections demonstrate that we have good participation in our elections, and I think because of the current, I call them detractors, yeah, the detractor offering of creating a sovereignty here in Hawaii, you know, similar to that of the Native American Indians process, has definitely awakened some of our Kanaka Maoli people to try to find, yeah, a process that's not going to place us in that situation. So I think that we're in a great position, yeah, to offer this up to our people to look at and to decide if participating in reinstating your former government is the right thing to do, and if it is, participate in our elections. And I think, like I said, the timing is good. You know, the question of whether or not, yeah, we'll be able to attract all of our Kanakas. I think what's important is the fact that we are operating as a government already, and that as we continue every year, I notice that we continue to build our citizenship, our citizen base. So,
do you expect the international community to send observers to the upcoming elections, and do you think that it's possible that some countries might actually recognize the legitimacy of the elections?
You know, I've gone out and I actually went to other countries to present who we are, and I know there's a interest, yeah, in what's going to happen in Hawaii, and I've had some very good responses, and for us right now, yeah, the election is an obligation that we have to fulfill, according to our own law, yeah, and well, I definitely will reach out to see if we can get, yeah, some support from the international arena to assist us, yeah, and maybe just oversight, making sure that our elections are conducted, in an unbiased fashion, fair, and yes, I mean, we actually going to be setting up those contacts so that we can get that type of assistance.
And one of the themes of the sovereignty movement and the Lawful Hawaiian Government is the emphasis on non-violently pursuing your political goals. Just how important is that to the kind of heritage or the memory of the overthrown monarchy, the Queen Liliuokalani, the non-violent resistance?
In our situation here in Hawaii, yeah, because there's been I guess you could say a genocidal act that took place against our people. There was such a huge decrease, yeah, in our own race that we're definitely, yeah, a minority in our country. But that doesn't mean that we cannot be the sovereign majority, okay? And because of this situation, we've definitely looked at all the options that we have, and obviously, in a situation such as trying to reclaim your sovereign nation status, you have to make decisions, and one of them have been that we've given it, to Akua, who we believe very much will be the one that will grace us, yeah, with what we are pursuing, and that is sovereign recognition. So we've agreed that nonviolence would be the best path to take, but we would have to increase our efforts to try to accomplish such a huge feat. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that we actually have come together, and we've been successful in building upon that agreement, that piece, that principle.
Some of the legislators from the Big Island in particular have taken the initiative on an issue concerning Hawaiian culture, regarding star visitors, that this is part of the traditions of Hawaii. So how might that play out now with the creation of a sanctuary by a certain number of the legislators here in the Kalapana area of the Big Island?
Well, they came up with a proposal, yeah, and apparently they did some research, on such an activity, and they've reflected upon other places that has done similar actions, and they felt that this was a time for them to, this might be an opportunity for us to get more input as far as international, yeah, coverage and understanding, yeah, really, that the possibilities are always there, and they've taken a bold statement, a bold step, and as far as our nation is concerned, if a station is what is being planned, then obviously we would have to promote and see if we can get some support. Okay.
And so finally, are there any words you would like to share with those that might be new to the idea that the Kingdom of Hawaii actually exists and that the US is illegally occupying the Hawaiian Islands? Anything you would like to tell the international community about this?
I think for those that didn't know that such a thing had taken place here in Hawaii, yeah, I just want to say that this is a right that every people in every part of the world that was recognized as a nation, yeah, have that right to reclaim what is rightfully theirs. Okay? And for those that have an idea of what we're doing, all I can share with you is, in order for something of this magnitude, yeah, to manifest, it'll take all the participation, all the kokua that we can muster, and who can come forward to help us. So I am, we've always extended the aloha and asking people to, if you believe that what we're doing is right, then give us a hand,
Well, thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. Aloha.